Finding delicious food is a happy experience. One of the most delicious food I've ever eaten was my grandmother's food. I was always afraid of eating seafood, but my grandmother cooked it for me, so I decided to eat it. It was very delicious. After that, I always believed my grandmother's food was good. My grandmother always works hard to make delicious food. If her food is not delicious, she finds a reason why it isn't as good as usual. When I was 5 years old, my grandmother made me bulgogi. I tasted it and it was very salty. After 30 minutes, my grandmother completed the bulgogi. I tasted it again and it was very delicious. She added radish and water. That's how she fixed it. She was always changing foods. I remember a food called A-TEP, which means spicy fish roll soup. It has existed for hundreds of years, but my grandmother changed the recipe. The original recipe has marinade, but she doesn't use marinade. Instead, she soaks a radish so it becomes more delicious. Furthermore, she is good at making kimchi stew. She puts tuna and pork into kimchi stew. Sometimes I go to fancy restaurants with my family. I always expect it to be delicious, but of course it's not as good as my grandmother would make. Nothing could be more delicious than my grandmother's food. To me, all of her food is the most delicious food in the world.